Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula, and welcome to another Pokemon Go deep dive video. Today we're going to be talking about the upcoming Community Day move Rollout. There is a lot of room for speculation regarding this particular move. This is of course specifically in regards to Alolan Golem, which is going to be featured in the next Community Day, and of course the exclusive move is going to be Rollout. A lot of people are discussing whether or not this move will actually make a difference with this Pokemon, or if Volt Switch, which is currently in the move pool for Alolan Golem, is going to end up being far superior. But yeah, that's what we're going to be discussing in today's video, so let's roll the intro and jump right into it. Now before I start this video, I want to give a quick shout out to JRE47 over at PokemonGoHub.net. Most of the information in this video is based on an article that he wrote for that website. I'll link it down in the description below, so you should go and check it out. There's a lot of detailed information regarding everything that I'm going to be talking about, and this video is kind of like an abridged version of that article. So if you want a lot more insight, then I highly suggest you go and check out that article. Alrighty, so let's dive right into it. So, today's video is going to be all about the move Rollout, and we're not going to get into Alolan Golem in full detail. That is of course because we do not have the complete information regarding this particular move, so we really do not know what kind of impact it will have on Alolan Golem. But we have a lot of room to speculate, mainly because we can fall on the pattern of previously released Community Day fast moves, and we can determine how Rollout will actually work out. As of right now, we only have a little bit of information regarding this particular move. What we currently know is that this move deals 4 damage and that it is going to last 2 turns, which is about a 1-second cooldown. The only problem is we do not know how much energy you will gain when you use this move. There is a lot of potential that this could be a very powerful move that generates a lot of energy really quickly, but there is a very strong possibility that this move will actually pale in comparison to Volt Switch, which is already currently in Alolan Golem's move pool. All of these speculation seems to indicate that this move is going to be very similar to the move Spark. And that is because if you look at the damage per turn and the energy per turn, it should add up to around 6. Since everything that is already confirmed regarding Rollout states that it's going to have a damage per turn value of 2, that means the energy per turn should be around 4. This is really how Niantic balances fast moves, and of course there are a couple of outliers here and there, but in general, we can kind of determine how much energy this move will generate based on all of the other moves that are already currently in the game. So with that last bit of information, does that mean this move is going to be viable for Alolan Golem? Well, yes and no. In certain situations, having a rock-type fast move is definitely going to be a very strong option. But in most cases, you're likely going to be better off with Volt Switch. The reason for this is because the damage per second is going to be just a little bit higher, but the energy gain per second is going to be about the same. So you're going to be gaining pretty much the same amount of energy within the same number of turns, but you're going to be dealing just a little bit more damage. This is also compounded by the fact that in the current meta, there's going to be a lot more Pokemon that are going to be weak against electric types as opposed to rock types. What we can really hope for as Pokemon Go players is that Rollout is going to get an increased amount of energy per turn. This means that it will make up for the lack of damage that it deals compared to Volt Switch by giving you more energy every time you use it. This will allow you to use charge moves a lot faster, and that is of course going to make the difference between whether or not this Pokemon is going to be a mid-tier or if it's going to be an A-tier Pokemon for the Great League. Of course, this is all contingent on whether or not Niantic continues the pattern that they've been following when it comes to fast moves. I really do think there is a lot of potential for Rollout to be an actual viable move for Alolan Golem. It's all going to depend on whether or not it does gain a little bit more energy per turn compared to other moves. Because right now, 2 damage per turn is not actually a great value for this move. It's going to be far inferior to a lot of the other fast moves that are currently in Alolan Golem's arsenal. But it's like like I said, there are outliers out there when it comes to fast moves, and these specific fast moves have a damage per turn value and an energy per turn value that add up to more than 6. Some notable examples, of course, include Charm, which has an insanely high damage per turn value, but it has a very low energy per turn value. I'm sure you've come across some fairy type Pokemon with the move Charm, and you've had to deal with a very high damage dealing fast move. That is kind of what I'm talking about. Even though Charm is going to give you less energy compared to other fast moves, it deals an insane amount of damage on its own, which is why a lot of players opt to go with it. There's also Confusion, which actually has a really high 4.0 damage per turn value, but also a 3.0 energy per turn value, which means it's going to add up to about 7. So there is a high possibility that Rollout is going to have an outlier value kind of like either of these moves, where you can have 2 damage per turn, but maybe 4.5 or even 5 energy per turn, making it an insanely good move to use in PvP. If Rollout ends up having these sort of values, it could make Alolan Golem be comparable to Pokemon like Walrein. And of course, anyone that has been engaged in the Great League of Pokemon Go's Go Battle League as of late, you would know that Walrein is one of the most meta Pokemon currently in the game. It's extremely difficult to deal with, and it gets off so many charge attacks, and that is of course because its fast move just dishes out a lot of damage but also gives you a lot of energy. So if Alolan Golem were to get Rollout with better than expected values, then it could be a great counter to Walrein and kind of balance out the Go Battle League. I really think there is a lot of potential behind this move. It's just going to depend on whether or not Niantic decides to give this move just a little bit more compared to other fast moves. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now, based on the information that we have and all of the different fast moves that are already in the game, we can determine that currently Volt Switch is going to be the far superior move for Alolan Golem, which also means that this Pokemon is going to sort of fall by the wayside. Let's just see what Niantic ends up doing. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. And of course, everything that I talked about in this video is pure speculation, so do treat it with a big grain of salt. But I would love to know your thoughts down below, what you think about Rollout. Do you think this move should be more powerful than most other fast moves? Or do you think this move should be the same as it's currently being speculated? Let me know down below and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. Anyway, that's going to be it. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.